Hello everybody, and welcome back to a normal Lost Film. Now, I do believe that this will most likely be the last episode that I'm going to do of this, because I feel like I've unlocked most of what this game is about, which is about a young transgender woman trying to figure out how to live her life separate of her family. So, let's see, we were last in Lovebirds.
In space,
We were talking
space all that's left us. When the spotlight fades, I'm not so sure we will.
So, I haven't opened this photo yet, so now is the best time.
Anything to shine.
Right.
Like anybody else, I can't tell what it is I want,
Do I have
but
any other
I
photos of
will
myself?
know it on the day I get it.
You know what? Actually, let me go through the photos real quick.
All my feelings and ideas seem increasingly like they just cheaply made adaptations from the screens.
I mean, this is me, but that's not what I...
We're all
Let me...
made of stardust. Just spikes in space.
I didn't go through all of this.
Space is all
We did
that's left
introductions, right?
us. When the spotlight fades, I'm
Oh,
not
the
so
VIP
sure we
room.
will.
That's what I needed. Okay.
Leave
There we go. Sorry, it's been a while since I've played this, so I wanted to... get into... Wait, maybe... I'm sorry. I'm a mess. Oh, that's the
I forgot my phone when I went to waste my night. When I came back home, my girlfriend was sound asleep. My phone left on the table without messages or calls. So I wrote
I want you to know that I am not good at mental math.
sure this night wouldn't just disappear.
Alright, what is it? 2016 minus 54. Not 45, 54. So, 1962. I keep thinking I can type, but I can't.
Spent the summer looking at the stars, hand in hand with your smile,
1962.
trying to
Is it 1961? Did I mess up
know
the...
your others. Next to this,
Okay, there we go, yeah. And the new password is 393219.
just ask me to live, ask me to live
39,
again, ask me
32,
to live one more time. You just ask me
There
to
we go.
live, ask me to live again, ask me
All
to
right.
become someone. Was it
Oh,
the wrong way?
Harry is from
Just
Melrin.
felt so right.
Dinatown, Cavonia,
Was it
Eliopool,
the wrong
Santa
way?
Rafaela.
Just felt so wrong.
Ooh, Trans Pride on
Was
December
it the
19th.
wrong way? How
So this is what I did. Okay. What's my name? H says so? I'm H says so. Right? No, I'm Samthing. What am I... I'm sorry, this is a bit of a mess right now, isn't it? Okay, so here we go. Let's just read this. Alright. Hello there. Hey there, I'm Barbara from Cavonia. Hi, I'm Harry from Melrin. Clotilde from Dinatown at your service. Victor from Eliopool. Hetty here, Santa Rafaela. Okay, let's keep it short and simple. Who's going to Trans Pride on December 19th? Me! I'm so looking forward to it, particularly because I haven't been since 2013. Can't wait to see you again, Chloe. I'll be there. I should be coming. I've been thinking about bringing Something along. We met at the LGBT Center in Melbourne. She's cool, so would it be okay to add her to the VIP section of the forum? I like to meet people here in person before inviting them here. Okay, fine. I'll introduce you to her if she comes with me to Trans Pride. Hi, everyone. So, thanks for the invite to the VIP section. I'm honored. What is this? Okay, so it's just after the fact. So yeah, I'm Samira. We met this weekend. I took loads of photos during Trans Pride on my cell phone. Can I share them here? Oh, okay. Of course. But make sure you only post the good ones. Oh, okay. Aww. I like that. That's cute. Aw, you don't look super happy.
Turquoise eyes, promise, begging me to stay.
Ooh, blue hair, I like.
Just ask me to stay, don't ask me to stay again. I swear I'll become someone.
Okay, that's all the pics I took. Thanks, Barbara, for taking the photo of me. It's the first time I had my picture taken as Samira. It's really great. Wait. Did well, which one is that me? Is that me? I feel like that's the person who looks closest to me, but I'll have to double check. Anyways, okay, that's all the pics I took. Thanks, Barbara, for taking the photo of me. It's the first time I've had my picture taken as Samira. It's really great. I've shared them all now, so I'm going to delete them from my phone. I'm worried my mom might see them. She's always messing with my stuff. Your photos are really cool. So, you know what you should do about your mom? You should install a fake calculator app. It's an app that looks like a real calculator, but when you install it, you choose a special number, and when you enter it and press the equal buttons, it opens a hidden folder where you can keep them. Where you can keep whatever you want. Wow, awesome. How come I only just found out about this? I already deleted all the photos. So I've installed my fake calculator. I put all my sensitive stuff there now. I'm glad it helped. Did you make sure to choose a strong password? It's a strong password indeed, but I'm sure I won't forget it. It has something to do with all of you. It's probably December 19th. Let's see, let me try that. Okay, well, let's go back to the browser. No! Hold down. Can I just... Okay, fine. I'll just use the mouse like some sort of person. Okay. I'm glad it helped. Did you make sure to choose a strong password? It is a strong password. I love my photo. I would like to use a dating website. I think the ones I've been using so far are really ugly. How do I download it? Great pick, you just need to click on it. Oh, maybe 1220 is the day too. So I'm guessing that this is me because that's the one that looks most like me. She looks super happy. It's always good. It's the one thing when you're in a small community, you gotta stick together. Maybe, well, okay, all of you. Oh, let's see. Let's just go through a few more things. Let's see if I posted any of these. I did. Okay. So I am going to read through this real quick. This is the rant area of where you can vent about all the people who messed up your day. Someone misgendered you can't stand your family, someone said something nasty in the street. Whatever it is, if you want to talk about it, this is the place. There's just one rule. Don't just comment on someone's post with something but you should have said, done a lot. It's already unpleasant to live with the bad stuff that can happen in our daily lives. And if we can avoid reminding people about how they could have responded better, that would be great. So, something happened to me recently. Let me explain. I'm just wearing my hair differently for now, waiting to work up my guts to tell my mom that I'm trans. And the thing is that when I was out with her, someone working in the store called me sir. She gave them a nasty look and corrected them, but personally I was super happy. Whatever you are, man or woman, in the end, people see what they want to see. That's really cool. For me, it's great when my colleagues make sure they say he when they talk about me. The way they're so careful is really touching. I came out to a childhood friend a while ago, and she took it pretty well. She told me she had nothing against it, that it changed nothing, and that we'd always be friends. And after that, she started to explain her point of view on trans people, like how gender is just a social construct and a societal phenomenon. But for some reason, even 3 years later, she still calls me she. That kind of thing is frustrating. I used to correct her all the time. I don't anymore, but I feel like it didn't sink in at all. Yeah, I've had a lot of uncomfortable conversations with people where it's like someone who is not really in the trans community who talk about the societal roles and how they have their own view on societal roles and their whole thing of like it's just a social construct, and I feel like most people are somewhere don't fit fully into the boxes, but then they don't respect your pronouns or anything like that. And it's like you can't be fake supportive and still be considered an ally. That's not how this works. So yeah, it's super frustrating. Okay, I've dropped so many people from my life just because they weren't willing to make the small change it is to learn my pronouns. And yeah, it's stupid. Alright. Yeah, people like that who think they know everything can be really annoying. They're not so intelligent after all. To be honest, if it was just a social thing, I'm not sure we'd even do all these things to change ourselves. It just shows that your friend really doesn't get it for her to say something like that. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same board. I don't know, gender for me, it is very much a lot of social construct and things like that. That's a large part of how you get perceived. But I think on a personal level, gender, what it is really is a form of self-expression. It's a form of how we view ourselves and how we feel comfortable with ourselves. And because of that, I do believe that there's an infinite amount of genders. But the problem with the way we have the conversation today is that I don't think we actually have the right words for it yet. Like, because we grew up with gender referring to sex and not referring to personal identity, it's just a lot of our definitions are going to have to change. We're probably going to have to make new words for what we're trying to convey, because I don't think our language really is fitting what we're trying to get across. And that's the fact that gender is something personal for each person. Even if you identify with the gender you were raised at birth, who you are and how you present yourself is going to be different from someone who is kind of in the same box of labels as you. And yeah, it's just, gender is way more complicated than just being two things. And even sex is more complicated than just two things, because there are intersex people. There are people with different chromosomes than what is considered male or what is considered female. There's a lot more to sex and a lot more to gender than just male or female and, random discrepancies, because that's not... It's complicated. Everything's complicated. I don't believe in absolutes, because if you believe in absolutes, you're just going to have your whole world crushed around you. Anyways, I'll keep this short. Today I had the pleasure of being used as a token by my best friend. He's one of those, look everyone, I've got a trans friend, I'm so tolerant types. Firstly, I don't necessarily want to announce to the world that I'm trans, and secondly, I just felt like saying, what? What was he thinking? Yeah, around when I first came out, I had a friend who sort of kept doing this, and it was just like, hey, it's not their fucking business. I don't know them. They're your friends, not mine. So, yeah, I've had words with people about that. The best bit is people nudging you all evening and saying how it must be so much easier for you to hit on people because you know both sides of the fence. Yeah, we're all pickup masters, that's for sure. Ha! Oh, God, I hate that, yeah. Same thing, like, towards bisexuality as well. Just like, oh, dating must be so much easier for you since you've got so many choices. And it's just like, nope. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Alright, so I sometimes get comments from friends, because I don't know how long they'll stay friends, that tell me not to hit on them because I'm trans, as if I'd jump on them or suddenly change my orientation because I'm changing my gender. Oh my god, did you hear about the fire at the LGBT center in Melrin? What happened? Homophobic scum set it on fire. Fortunately, I've just heard that no one was hurt. And how do you know it was homophobes? I didn't see anything about it on TV. Tell me about it. We all know the media only tells half the story. Would it kill them to use the words hate crime? Because I can guarantee that's what it was. Firemen have already found that the fire was arson, and for the last 3 months we've been receiving threats in the mail saying they'd set it on fire if we didn't leave town. Wow, I knew Melrin wasn't a particularly welcoming place for the LGBT community, but it's even worse than I thought. I take it from your message that you were a member of the center. Are you okay? Yes, I volunteer at the center a lot. I'm feeling down. H says so. You've given quite a lot of personal information there that might help someone figure out who you are outside the forum. Normally against that forum rules. I don't want to hassle you, but I just want to make sure forum members feel protective. Tessie Star, don't worry. Everyone in Melrin knows me anyways. And seeing how they're trying to make us all shut up at the moment, I don't want to hide. I want to shout from the rooftops to fight for our rights. No one can silence me. Well said, H says so, and thanks for everything you've done at the center. I hope it gets rebuilt again real quick. Alright, this is Sam coming in now. I hope so too. Yeah, I didn't see Sam anymore. Anyone want to adopt me? I can't deal with my parents anymore. I'll adopt you, Something. What happened with your parents? Just a warning, it's a long story. You might want some popcorn. So, I've got an older cousin who I've never really known well because he disappeared when I was little, and it's over 10 years since I heard anything from him. His brother and I were always told that he had run off to join a cult, so we never really tried to find out more. Last week, I found a wedding invitation in the mailbox from this exact cousin. And huge surprise, he's marrying another man. My older cousin, who I haven't heard from for a decade, is marrying another guy. In my family, aka the most homophobic family in the world. They even said it was a good thing that the LGBT center burned down, so you can see what I mean. Fuck, dude. I talked about it with my other cousin, his little brother, and he told me he'd found a wedding invitation in my dad's office too. He got a hold of the contact info and called his big brother. Well, as it turns out, the whole cult story told to us by our parents was a complete lie. He never joined a cult. It was the same parents who kicked him out the same day he came out to them, and they refused to never speak to him again. Holy shit. Also, why cults? Like, of all the ways to lie about someone no longer being the family, just be like, hey, they joined the army. Oh yeah, I know, it was out of the blue. Fucking weird, right? Yeah. Oh look, he died. Like, that would make more sense if you're gonna cover up someone's existence, but a cult? What? The cult of the gay! Alright. Yep. Well, it's interesting that he even reached out to his family again, like, you kicked me out of the house? It's fine. Fuck you. I don't need you. Alright, that's awful. Wait, what? Why did he invite them to his wedding? I don't understand. Well, sometimes people change. It might have been an attempt by Something's cousin to reach out. It's a brave thing to do. Brave, but useless. The invite ended up in the garbage. Shitty parents. Anyway, I now know what's in store for me if I ever decide to come out. Don't think that way, Something. Maybe your parents told you that because it's what your aunt and uncle told them. That's what I thought too. Then I talked to them about the invite. It ended up like this. So I saw an invite to Cousin X's wedding. Yeah, what a disgrace. How dare he invite us to a cultist ceremony? But it's a wedding. What's wrong with that? No, he's not getting married. Marriage is between a man and a woman. What he's doing is an abomination. It's the cult of homosexuals. That's exactly what they said, but you get... That's not exactly what they said, but you get the idea. Wow. The cult of homosexuals. Where the fuck are your family? What? Holy shit. The cult of homosexuals. Alright. Welcome to the cult, boys. We got rainbows and an agenda book. It's covered in sparkles. Alright. Help. I know this has nothing to do with the thread. Oh, your fucking password thing. Okay. Yep. Alright, so that's something. Coming out. Section is about coming out. If you've done it and want to talk about it, this is the place. If you haven't dared to try yet and you want some encouragement, you've come to the right place too. Hi, so this is my first time I visited this kind of forum, so I'm sorry if this isn't the right place for this post, but I'm completely lost and I don't know what to do. My boyfriend told me he's trans. I don't understand. I really don't understand. How does someone think that? He's always been very masculine, he plays hockey, he has a big beard. Where did he get the idea that he's a woman? Not to mention he's got a penis. He said he's not bothered by his sex, but is he going to cut it off? He told me he's sure and that he wants to start being a woman at home, but I don't know. I don't understand. I'm scared. Is he going to start shaving and wearing skirts? It's ridiculous. Did he really just mean to say that he's gay but doesn't want to admit it? Is he going to leave me for a man? No, honey. Who you're referring to as your boyfriend is actually your girlfriend and has come to terms with the fact that she is transgender. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, so Heady Boss 17 is going to be very, very, very patient with her, I hope, because, oh my god. First off, there were definitely some homophobic stuff, or transphobic stuff in there, like, yeah. I don't know. For some reason, when cis people who don't understand what trans is, they completely focus on the physical side of things. They don't focus on the mental side of things. They don't focus on the trans person's well-being. They focus on their own freak out. It's just, let's just look at this real quick. So not to mention that he's got a penis. I mean, yes, okay, it was unnecessary to bring that up. I would assume that since the person you're referring to as your boyfriend is coming out as trans and you're only referring to him or to her as with he, him pronouns, I would assume that you would have assumed that your boyfriend was a cis male, but no, he's actually a trans woman and she's just coming out. Like, you don't need to bring up the fact that she has a penis. Also, he said that he's not bothered by sex, but it's time to cut it off. You need to have that conversation with her. Like, she may not want bottom surgery. She may not want to risk being sterile. She may not have any issues with her genitals, because a lot of trans people actually don't have issues with their genitals. It's more of a presentation thing and how other people receive us. That's it. And he still made sure and wants to start living at home, but I don't know. Okay, I understand that this bit is going to be a culture shock for you, especially if you come from a very homophobic place or a transphobic place or a place where, like, there's very strict male gender roles and obviously very strict female gender roles. But yeah, this is something that you're gonna have to just work through and deal with your own issues, because she's trying to be happy and you're freaking out for no fucking reason. Well, not for no fucking reason. It is a big change, and if you live in a homophobic place, it's a transphobic place, it is a dangerous thing to do if you're going out in public and you don't have friends who are on your side who know that you're trans, because it could be very isolating and you could get killed. So I can understand being scared for your partner, but not making it about you. Don't make it about you. Someone comes out to you about anything, whether or not they're trans or gay or whatever, don't make it about you. It's not about you. Alright. It's ridiculous. No, it's not. Being trans and being gay are two different things. If you're transgender, you identify as a certain gender. Amazingly, there are women who like women. Amazingly, there are men who like men. So amazingly enough, a transgender person can identify as a man and still like men, because there are men who like men. Alright, anyways. So let's see what Eddie Boss has to say. This is just a long rant. Whoa there, calm down. There's a lot of questions in your message, so I'm going to try and answer them the best I can. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on making the effort to come here and ask your questions. It is the best way to get some constructive answers from people who understand. I know you feel lost, particularly because this is the first time you've encountered a transgender person. To start off, take a deep breath. It might not make sense to begin with, but that's normal. It's complicated for most people. To try and explain the concept of being transgender, simply try to remember this. Sex is between the words, gender between the ears. When we're born, we normally take on the gender that matches our sex. Sometimes it matches and so we're cis, and sometimes it doesn't match, so we're trans, which is the case of the person you're with. It's not the kind of thing that happens suddenly. Trans people normally take years to realize that something isn't right, and then a few more years to clearly identify the source of their problem, their gender. Sometimes it takes less time, but it's still not something that happens overnight. And when you have all the difficulties that come with trying to present as your gender and all the discrimination you face when you start to transition, being transgender isn't a choice, it's simply realizing who you really are inside. Coming out is a different thing, however. Some people never tell anyone that they're transgender for various reasons. But I'm going off topic. With regard to the fears you do have over the sex of the person you're with, being transgender doesn't automatically mean undergoing genital operations. Basically, being trans is how you feel. It's your identity, and it doesn't always have to do with how you feel and what you do or don't change. Someone's gender can be different to the one that they were assigned with at birth, but will still be comfortable with their sex. Being transgender just means that the person will be recognized by others as a gender they identify with, and not the one they were given. So the person you're with has told you that she's uncomfortable with having penis. It's not an unusual situation for transgender people. About her wanting to present as a woman at home, no one can really answer that for you. It's different for everyone. Some trans women wear makeup, some don't. Some dress in a very feminine way with dresses and accessories. Others just wear a bra. Sit down together and have a talk about it. And finally, gender is very different from sexual orientation. They're two separate things. I don't know anything about the sexual orientation of the person you're with, but she might be homosexual. She might like women. She might be bisexual or anything in between. It's something else you need to sit down and talk about. It's normal to feel lost in this It's normal to feel lost in this situation and to have some problems. Generally, the partners of trans people go through the same stages as grief during their partner's transition. Denial, sad, angry. It's perfectly normal. Communication is essential to prevent as many problems as possible in the months or years to come. Good luck with everything. Great answer, Eddie Boss 17. It's great to see someone so motivated to get such in-depth answers. I'd like to expand on a few points. Not all trans people feel that something isn't right. Sometimes they feel happy with their lives, but realize that traditional elements related to the opposite gender make them happier. For example, identifying as the opposite gender in an online game, or wearing makeup when it comes to trans women. So, not all trans people are necessarily unhappy, thankfully. Sunshine, I'd recommend looking for other groups of people who are in the same situation as you. I know that it helped my friend a lot at the time when I came out. You could try going to your local LGBT center, if there is one, and like Hetty Boss, I'd like to wish you good luck. It might not always seem that way, but things do get better with time. Alright, flip, flop, flap. If you really love your partner, you need to understand that she's going to need very careful attention, and that it's not always going to be easy because beginning a transition can be very exhausting mentally. One way to help might be to start referring to her using her preferred pronouns. As this person has told you that they feel like a woman, it would probably be better to talk to her about using feminine pronouns. I agree with Flip Flop Flap. We need to be careful not to misgender people. Using the right pronouns is the first stage of acceptance, and it's such a simple thing to do. It's just switching the she around. And look, my own personal advice, if you fuck up the pronouns, like you accidentally call someone he, just do a quick, oh, sorry, she, or just go she, and then move on. Don't make a big deal about it. Don't draw attention to yourself. It's comfortable that way. And honestly, everybody fucks up everyone's pronouns eventually. Like, it happens. And it's not even an intentional thing. You're not thinking of the person as not the gender they're trying to present as or whatever. Like, there are times where I have called one of my best friends, who is a cis male, she, because I had a slip of the tongue. It had nothing to do with his own identity or anything like that. So, it's... just be quick about it. Just, sorry, she, sorry, he. Move on. Conversation continues. Don't derail it. There you go. Alright. On the other hand, this person might not want you to use feminine pronouns to refer to them. Ideally, you should ask her what she prefers. Yeah, go. Sunshine. Thanks, Tessie Star and Hitty Boss 17 for your answers. I admit that I was really worried when I wrote my first post. I think you've really helped me step back and see things more clearly. I'm still worried though. I'm not a lesbian at all. I've always liked men. After him coming out to me, I thought about it, and I really can't see myself being with a woman. I love my man, but I don't know if I can love him as a woman. And that is a very complicated situation. Like, if you are someone who considers yourself straight, I'm not saying that there is no way for you to continue, I'm not saying that there's no way for you to continue having this relationship you have, but chances are it might not work out as a romantic one if you can't see yourself being with a woman, and with your partner coming out as a woman, you're either going to have to do some self-reflection on yourself and see if, like, well, I'm still attracted to this person as I always was, or realize that, hey, it's not going to work, but you don't have to burn the relationship. Let's see. That's another big question for the partners of trans people. Unfortunately, no one other than you can answer that. Maybe you should take some time and wait to see them transition and then decide if you want to do in the long haul. Yeah. If you can find that you still love them as a partner, then great. But if that's not the case, it's not the end of the world. Really. This person is going through a transition so they can feel better about themselves. They're not doing it to make you uncomfortable or make you unhappy. Everyone has their preferences, and if you're straight and it doesn't work for you, then there's nothing you can do about it. If that's the case, the best thing to do is separate, and it's no one's fault. Though their transition is going to take a lot of kindness and understanding on your part, don't forget that you have needs too, and you need to look out for your own well-being as well. It's awful not to know, but take the time to think about it. Whatever happens, the right decision is the one that makes you happy, and it'll all work out somehow. In any case, oh, hey, it's Sam. Okay, in any case, I really hope it goes well for you, Sunshine. Personally, I wouldn't even dare to come out to my girlfriend because I'm sure she'd never accept it. I already tried to mention to her once that I was wondering about my sexuality and that I thought I might be attracted to guys and girls, and she told me that it was impossible. That you either had to be straight or gay, and if it was gay, that is something that needs fixated. So I think telling her I want her to think of me as a girl isn't even worth the effort. Oh boy. Well, the way your girlfriend thinks is shit. Thank you, Flip Flop Flap. Of course, you can be bisexual and like guys and girls at the same time, or even non-binary people. and thinking that being gay is something that needs to be fixed. Seriously? Why on earth are you with her? She's got plenty of good qualities apart from that. Yeah, but still, how can you be with someone who can't accept you for who you are? Yeah, that's a rough one. It's complicated. I'd prefer not to talk about it here. Okay, sorry, I won't push anymore. At least everybody's respecting boundaries. I don't understand. What's the difference between bi and trans? I repeat, gender is different from sexual orientation. Gender is what you are, sexual orientation is what you're attracted to. You might be trans or be attracted to men or women or both or none. Being trans has nothing to do with sexual orientation. It's like saying, I'm trans, so I must like cupcakes. It's just silly. Everyone has preferences. There are people who are trans who don't like cupcakes, and there's trans people who like cupcakes and trans people who don't like cupcakes, and vice versa. Who doesn't like cupcakes, says Captain Cupcake. I don't like cupcakes. I don't. It's mostly the frosting. I like the cake part. Alright. Hi everyone. I finally worked up the courage to post after lurking here for the past few weeks. Let me introduce myself. I'm me, and I'm 15, and I love cupcakes. I'm posting here because, well, I don't feel like being a boy. Nope, that's not right. I don't feel like a boy. I don't really know what I am, but I know that calling myself a guy makes me feel weird. I know the word trans because of something I've read explained what LGBT means, but I'm still a bit lost. To be trans, do I have to transition and become a girl completely? Because while I don't feel comfortable being a boy, I also don't feel happy telling myself that I could be a girl either. Help? Oh, finally, a post I feel like I can answer. I think Captain Cupcake is the non-binary one. First of all, hi, pleased to meet you. Well done for working up the courage to post here, and don't worry about it, some people lurk for months, you only took a few weeks. In fact, you really remind me of myself. I was born with a vagina, but I don't feel like a girl. And I don't feel like a boy either. I'm sort of in between, something we generally call non-binary. So I'm not a man or a woman, but something in between the two. I don't have a problem with someone mistaking me for a girl on the streets, and most of my friends use feminine pronouns, but some days I dress very masculine, with a binder to hide my breasts, and sometimes even a false beard. And I use masculine pronouns. It depends on how I feel that day. I'm not a woman, I'm not a man. In the end, I'm just me. So maybe that's what you're feeling? If that's the case, then welcome to the club. Yeah, good. Alright. Aw, it's cute to see Captain Cupcake so excited. I think I've got a few things to add to your response. Gender isn't some kind of switch with boy on one side and girl on the other. Even me, a trans man, using hormones and going through a mastectomy operation to remove breasts, I don't feel 100% a man. I'm close and I identify as one and present myself as a man, but not 100%. That's all. There is no good or bad way to be trans. Yep. It's all about finding your comfort zone, both for the gender you identify with and the gender you present to others. You might feel very feminine, but present as a man and use he in your daily life. It's all about what you're comfortable with. So, me, you're probably not 100% a man, but it doesn't mean you have to be 100% a woman either. And even if you are 100% a woman, you don't have to take hormones or have an operation if you don't want to. That is so true. You don't have to go through medical journeys to identify as your gender. While I am someone who is going through those steps and wants to go through those steps, not everybody wants to, and many cultures have transgender people who are accepted for the gender that they are without having to go through some sort of Western medicine style thing. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so Nee, you're probably not 100%. Oh yeah, you don't have to, let's see. Take your time, explore your gender and your identity, and see where it takes you. If in the end you realize your identity is non-binary, cool. You can talk about it with people here, like Captain Cupcake. If you realize that you're more female, that's cool too. You can also talk about it with people here. Do you have any other questions? Wow, I didn't think I'd get such good answers so quickly. Thank you, you're great. I still feel lost, but it's reassuring to know I'm not alone. So now I'd like to ask something else. I think I want to explore my more feminine side, but I have no idea how to do it. Any suggestions? I want to start off small. I'm not exactly going to go out and dress in heels tomorrow morning. I don't have any in any case. I don't think you need to look far for that. If you have friends who are open to it, or if you have a mom or sister and you're able to borrow their stuff quietly enough for them not to notice, you could ask them if you can borrow nail polish or makeup, for example. You could wear it for a few hours or a day or even all weekend and see how you feel. After that, I guess, you could try wearing some feminine clothes. That's about as far as my ideas go. Does anyone else have suggestions? A push-up bra or a wig! I like how Sam's just so excited. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with that, but since we're all in the coming out section, I wanted to tell you what happened to me. Yesterday, I had some really bad news, and I needed to talk about it with someone. I went to my best friend Alice, who I've always presented myself to as a girl, and who had no idea I'm a trans lady. God, you're so well past it. Jeez. I told her my story. She really listened, and then I finished it off by telling her I'm trans. I was expecting some awful reaction, but she was super cool, super understanding, and really cool about it. It made me so happy. I'm so on the high. So I've made a big decision. It's my birthday at the end of the month, and we're throwing a big party to celebrate loyalty. All my family is going to be there, and I think I'm going to take the chance and announce my news to everyone. A will be there too, so I will have someone to support me. Wow, that's really brave, Sam, think. Maybe a bit too brave. Don't you think it might be better to tell them one at a time when it feels right rather than putting yourself under a huge amount of pressure like that? It might put a downer on your birthday party. Okay, I admit I'm saying this now because I'm caught up in the moment. I'll wait and see. Sorry for this annoying message, but do you have any advice to help me come out to my friends or family? There are no annoying questions. I would say that you can ask a professional for advice if you really need it. It can be useful to get support in cases like that. If you don't want to do that, some people recommend starting by writing down the key words or phrases that sound good. Some people come out with a letter, email because they feel more at ease that way. Others do it directly for people close to them. It depends on how you feel, I guess. For people close to you, immediate family, I think it would probably be best to do it one by one or group by group, like both parents together if possible. It depends a lot on you, people around you, what seems easiest for you. And it won't be easy, but try to stay open to the questions that people ask, even if you find it hard. Thanks. I think the first thing that I'll do is get it all written down. Hey Samthing, it's your birthday soon, isn't it? Good luck for your coming out. Oh, wait up a sec. What, really? Why? Go take a look under what I posted in the rant section and you'll understand. Oh dear. So, the rant section was about the, cousin. Alright. Let's see. Sorry, let me just take a sip of water. No, I don't have it. Alright, well, here we go. Continuing this with a dry mouth. I've got an entire bottle of creamer next to me if I really need to drink something. I was drinking tea. Anyways. I've been wondering a lot recently about how hormones work. I've been dressing as a girl for a while, but people give me weird looks in the street. I feel like everybody sees me as a guy. I don't know any trans women in real life, so I haven't really got anyone I can ask. Can someone tell me about hormones? What hormones I can take, how it works, the side effects? If you've taken them, how did it go for you? If you've chosen them not to take them, why? You know, those are great questions, but honestly, the biggest question I had before hormones is, who do I talk to? I talk to my diabetes endocrinologist, but I don't think... No, I don't think. Most people don't have that resource. Most trans people don't have that resource, so... If you're trans, if you guys want to, I don't know, send this to your trans friends and have a conversation about how you got on hormones, like did you talk to your doctor, did you search out a doctor, did you find an endocrinologist? Because I'm very lucky. I live in a city where there is a medical clinic that is very focused on the trans community and been set up for the LGBTQ community. So I'm a very lucky person. I also have an amazing endocrinologist who helped get me connected with this clinic. So yeah. All right. Anyways. Hey, I've been taking them for 3 years, so I think I can help. To put it simply, taking hormones is like going through puberty all over again. You'll go through all the same physical changes, like growing boobs, and mental ones. You'll be very, very emotional sometimes. And that's about all there is to know. The side effects really vary depending on the person you get. Some tend to have a lower sex drive, less energy, or even feel a bit depressed. But in the end, it's equivalent to cis women's hormones, and they're fine with it. Unfortunately, there's no way to know in advance. On the other things, you can limit risks by starting with small doses. Regarding taking the treatment, it depends on how it's to be prescribed. I rub a gel onto my stomach and thighs once per day and take a small pill. It's as simple as that. So there you go. I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, just ask. I've never heard of a gel for that. Alright. I've heard of testosterone gel, but I'm assuming Tessie identifies as a woman. Alright. Don't want to spoil the mood, but Tessie Star, your reply seems a little too optimistic to me. You didn't say anything about the consequences in the world around you. When you start to transition, there is of course a time when you're going to be at an awkward stage where people will give you weird looks, whether you present yourself as a woman or a man. It could be a handicap for your studies, work, and social relationships, and can also be dangerous depending on the context. So, sorry to be so blunt, but the reason I'm not taking hormones at the moment is because I know that I'd probably have my mouth smashed in if I went out on the street. So, I hope I've helped answer your question, Super. I know I've said it might be discouraging, but you need to know all the aspects of transition before you start. You're totally right to mention all that, Nita. It's been true to my experience that taking hormones has been very positive. My transition was quick and went well. My friends and family all supported my decision, and I live in an area that generally isn't too transphobic. About the side effects, they really vary depending on your treatment plan, and it's related to the country you live in. Some meds used in one country are illegal in another, mostly because they can cause depression. And we all react differently to hormones. Some women respond very well, others not so much, and some very badly. And there's no way to know it in advance. Super Pocket, I think the only piece of advice I can give you is think carefully about whether you can afford to transition right now. Think about your parents, friends, and school, and if you're able to hold up any of the side effects. If you still think you're ready to go through with it, I'd say go for it. It'll change your life. Whether you're called Miss by someone super cute, it'll make it. When you're called Miss by someone super cute, it'll make all the effort worth it. Hey there, since we're talking about medical stuff, I'd like to ask a few questions for operations. So, I've been taking hormones for just under a year, and it's going really well for now, and I'm starting to think about various operations. I've heard that getting your Adam's apple removed is quite easy, so I find that idea, it's still an operation on your throat. Hey, it's me again. I had my first operation a few months ago to get my Adam's apple removed. As you could probably imagine, I was really stressed out about it, but it turned out to be okay in the end. I didn't feel anything, I just had a bit of a sore throat for a few days. But the operations are probably going to be more complicated. Other operations. See, you guys are all talking about hormones and operations, but do you really have to do that all when you're friends? It scares me. I can't even make myself get piercings. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do anything at all. You're not less trans if you haven't had an operation or a piercing. If you don't feel the need to do it, no problem. Gender is between your ears. Still, just so you know, remember that hormones don't just come in scary syringes. They come in pills and gel form too. Depends on which type you're taking. Because you can't take a pill for testosterone because testosterone can kill your liver. However, there is a gel, but the absorption rate depends on you, your body, and how well it affects you is another big thing. So, yeah, I do injections. Though, if your doctor tells you that testosterone has to be injected into the muscle, he's a fucking liar. You can inject it in your fat. Like my clinic told me you can do that, which was great because I already have enough scar tissue due to my insulin shots that, I mean, I'm on the pump now, but I am still working on, not working, but slowly losing that scar tissue. So, Yeah,
hand in hand.
do it in the fat.
With your smile.
All right. Thanks. To tell the truth, I've been confused and doubting myself a lot. For examples, I'm kind of worried I might not be trans enough, but your answer's really reassuring. You guys have said a lot about female transition, but how does it work for trans men? Do hormones have the same effect? Thank you, Miracle, for asking this question. Alright, no, you get completely different effects when you take testosterone. As I've just started taking it, and I haven't had any effects yet, but as far as I know, this is what's in store. Hair's thickening, voice getting deeper. Yeah. If you ever wonder why I'm constantly doing that weird cough clearing my throat thing, it's because talking as much as I do leads to my voice tightening up, which leads to a sore throat, which the only way I can make it feel better is by doing that weird hacking cough clearing throat thing. So yeah. Redistribution of fat. Yep, your face will change and you will start gaining more fat on your belly, and you gain fat faster, but you can also build muscle faster. Breasts getting smaller. Hair loss. No. Sweating more. Increase in libido. Actually, no. With moods, it can vary. And I'm not the only person I know who's said that their libido actually went down after starting testosterone, so that's kind of weird. Typically, yeah, your period will go away completely if you're on a high enough dose. However, if you're on a lower dose, it can actually lead to you being anemic, so talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor, kids. Alright. Heidi Boss. Jeez. Beauty. Alright. Hi everyone. I thought it'd be good if we posted all our beauty tips here. What are your morning rituals when you want to look pretty? Hey, unfortunately I don't have any beauty tips to offer. I'm actually looking for some, lol. I really need some help. I started testosterone last week and I really wanted to celebrate by doing something special, like a new haircut or something, but I have no idea what to do. Help? I've got a normal feminine face, round with a small nose and mouth. Any ideas? I'm open to any ideas that will bring out the male in me, lol. Don't worry, I'm sure we can find something that works for you. Most cuts for guys are shorter on the sides and longer on the top. I suggest looking on the internet or in fashion magazines to find references that fit you, whether it's character... Sorry, that burp was weird. Or, yeah. It's better if you find references from guys who have a face with a similar shape, with a shape similar to yours. The more you have, the easier it will be to choose one that suits you, and your hairdresser will surely be happy to see some pictures of the result you're looking for. Thanks, I'm going to the hairdresser tomorrow. You're welcome. Went to the hairdresser, but I'm not sure I got the cut I want. What do you think? Hello, Simba. This is to let you know that I removed the photo from your message. It's not because I'm the mean admin who deletes everything, but this forum has rules. It's so they can be respected. I don't want anything that allows people to identify members of the forum. It's safer for everyone. So, what should I do to get hints on my new hairstyle? You need to go to the VIP part of the forum for that. Cool. What do I need to get in? Okay, trans pride. Alright, so this really isn't a beauty tip, but I'd like to share it. It's a mistake you should try to avoid. Those electric ellipators for cis women that you're supposed to be able to use on your face, don't even try to use them if you're a trans woman. Using them on facial hair really hurts. Believe me. I don't know what that is. LOL, Super Pocket, you just made me laugh really hard. And Heidi Boss again. Okay, and hobbies and free time. Is there a world beyond trans identity? LOL. There is, and it's gray and boring and dull. True. Alright. What are we supposed to talk about here then? Like music, films, video games, art, cooking? All those topics and more if you like. Does anybody know any? Alright. No, but it's a good start. You mentioned sports and I have a question because I like playing table tennis. Does anybody know anyone else who plays? I don't, but I know that in some cities there are LGBT-inclusive sports clubs with many different activities. You know? Does my city have one? I'm gonna Google that. Alright. I've got friends who play volleyball in Elliot Pools Club. Maybe you can check if there's one in your city. Is it a big city? I live in a village, but it's not far from Elliot Pool. What about music then? What are your favorite bands or singers? Okay, sorry, there's a lot going on. I want to see Santa. Alright, so there's a lot of music. Okay, let's see. So let's just start on Santa. I've been listening to Edward Frolov and Cedric Menendez. They're pretty cool. Anyone know them? Yes, I like them too. What kind of music is it? They're along the lines of Stoy Snack, if you know it, maybe? Stoy Snack? I can't remember how that O is supposed to be pronounced. Sorry. And I think it's supposed to be... pretending that O is pronounced how the English O is pronounced. I think that would be pronounced Stoy or Stoij Snack, if you know him maybe. We should meet and go to concerts from time to time. Please remember that arranging meetings in person is only allowed in the VIP section of the forum. Don't post meeting time and place in public. Yeah, it makes sense. No worries, I just mentioned it as a possibility, not something to do now. I'm more into jazz, indie rock, and classic music though. I'm a musician myself. Impressive, something. What do you play? Does anyone know Hector Bunt or Corinne Benobio? I love them. Captain Cupcake? Yes, I know them too. I play the harp, but I'm focusing more on composing lately, maybe as a way to make a living, or at least a bit of money as a freelancer. That's quite interesting to know, Sammy. I hope your talent allows you to make enough money, that way you might be able to avoid workplace discrimination and those kinds of contracts. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because you start, boo! I thought this was a thread for hobbies and free time. Don't talk about work here or you'll be reported to the admins. But you're right, it's also an interesting topic. Maybe you or whoever should start a new thread about work or trans people. I'm just starting and have sent some compositions and I'm waiting for the response. You're right. This should be about free time. Thanks for the suggestion. And there we go. Okay. So, I have read through all of that. I've gone through the VIP. We've looked at the images. Nice. And this has to be Santa. I've been to a trans march before, but I've never actually been to Pride, and I really need to go. Okay. Let's go to Love Boyd's. Left Boyd. Interesting. Alright, thanks, Boyd. I have picked. Pretty girl, how are you? I'm very intrigued by your profile. It sounds very suggestive, and I wonder who's behind those beautiful words. It's such a pity that you don't have a photo. I'd like to see your eyes and your smile. Or do you have a webcam? Or do you live here, or are you just visiting? I got a big apartment. Alright, dude. Please settle down. Oh my god, that's too long. Fancy coffee. I just want to be friends. Dude, you're on the dating site. Okay, anyways. So Phil Free is the only person you've messaged back. I'm guessing that this is just the filler photo because obviously that's not him. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is me. Are you gonna respond? You look really beautiful in it. Was it taken during Trans Pride at Cavonia? I recognize the city. Cavonia rules. It's a really nice place to live for LGBT people. Okay. Wow. Alright. Sorry, I apologize. Okay, so this is still the thing I have to do. So, what was it? Let's try 19, 12, 20, 15. Okay, 12, 19, 20, 15. Right. It would. Oops, sorry. Where's my calendar? That's because this music's good. I like it. Has something to do with all of you. Okay, so is there anything else that's dealing with all of them? See, this is the only thing dealing with all of them. Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to Google this one because I don't really want to spend much longer than this. This is gonna be a long video, and I kind of expected that. But this one is a heavy reading one, so let me just Google this real quick. A normal lost phone calculator. There we go. I know I'm not the only one who Googled it. Okay, so let's see. Alright, this is a very long walkthrough. All I want is the calculatora. Okay, at least I know I chose the right thing. Oh, okay. I thought it was a date-specific thing, but no. It's Cavonia's zip code. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Other registered cities. Let me just close this real quick. Cavonia 85922. 85922. Alright. So, this is the diary. I believe that this is the last thing we had to unlock. Secret garden. Interesting. I finally got a new phone to replace the one that got stolen. It works alright, but I've got mixed feelings about it. I lost all I had on my old phone. Old pictures and messages. On the other hand, I like to think there's some meaning to losing it. Maybe it's the universe telling me to, come on, it's time to start a clean slate. Take your life into your own hands and start anew. Tomorrow there's a meeting for the support group for LGBT teens. Maybe I'll convince myself to go. Okay, so this is like a year ago. I went to the support group's meeting. I had to make up something for my mom to let me go. I told her I had joined a book club. She was so excited about it that she made a cake for me to bring. She really does everything she can to help me make new friends. Though if she knew the kind of friends I made there, I'm not sure she'd be baking many cakes. Board games meeting was great today, but Melissa was so annoying afterwards. She threw yet another fit because of Alice. I have to say it bothers me that she gets so jealous. On the other hand, I absolutely cannot have Melissa meet Alice. Alice thinks I'm Samira, but to Melissa, I'll be Samuel. Anyways, I'll always be Samuel to her. I'll have to tell Melissa one day, but for now, I just don't feel like I can do it. Plus, we've been together for 3 years, and she probably thinks it's a together forever kind of deal. Me too, I'm heads over heels for her, but I know she wouldn't be okay with Samira. Thankfully, Melissa doesn't want to have sex before getting married, because honestly, I really do not want to be naked in front of her for now. I don't feel comfortable enough with my body for that. Wow. So this was a very old-fashioned conservative town. Today, the support group advised me to come out to at least one person I trust. I thought I could always talk to Alice about it this Sunday. She thinks I'm a lesbian since I told her about Melissa. She probably wouldn't take it badly if I admitted to her I was born Samuel. What a shitty day. I expected to come out to Alice today during our board games afternoon meetup. Not only did I manage to do it, I also ended up withdrawing completely. Not only did I not manage to do it, I also ended up withdrawing completely, stuck in my little shell. Lola, this stupid moron, told me she had to talk to me about something private. So apparently her boyfriend goes to the same school as me, and upon seeing his class photo, she recognized me, but as Samuel. So obviously she asked some questions. I tried to come up with something like having a twin and the like, but ended up splurting something, feeling embarrassed. She told me I could tell her the truth, being all, "You know, Samira, you can trust me," in her teeny bopper voice. Turns out I told her everything. What a mistake! She took it way too bad. She told me I was a monster, that she didn't want me to come and play with them ever again. I'm just feeling... Tomorrow's Trans Pride. I'm so excited I can barely sleep. Trans Pride was amazing. It just felt like I belonged for the first time in my life. No one to judge me. It was great. And Cavonia is such a sweet city. I'd love to live there rather than in Melrin. Seriously, Melrin is the most bigoted city in the world. I'm pretty certain half the population doesn't even know what LGBT stands for. It was my dad's birthday tonight. We had a cozy evening. It was only my parents and Melissa. It was just unpleasant. They talked about queer couples' rights to adoption. I didn't know my parents were sort of close-minded on the topic, and apparently so is Melissa. My dad is super homophobic. I'll never dare to come out to him. What a shitty day. I broke up with Melissa. We were gonna meet up tonight to celebrate the new year, just the two of us. I thought it was going to be a relaxed evening, that she was going to be tired because of the fight, but that didn't seem to be the case, at all. She even wanted to go all out tonight. I think she always told me she wanted to wait until getting married. All of a sudden, she sent me a pic of the lingerie she was going to wear tonight. I suppose she felt threatened by Alice and thought it was a way of keeping me around for longer. But, no way. I just didn't feel like I could keep lying to her, but I couldn't tell her the truth either. Melissa's mom called. Apparently, she even tried to commit suicide on New Year's Eve. Oh. Fuck. I can't believe it. It's my fault. I'm so fucking idiotic. I am the worst. I felt awful after hearing the news. I ended up calling Alice. I came clean, told her everything. She was terrific. It really did me good to kind of tell her the truth. But it doesn't change anything about the fact that I feel like crap because of Melissa. How does she do this? God, that's fucking rough. Melissa told me I was toxic. I honestly do not deserve to live. I've been contacted by Loudnote who are interested in my music. I'm all joy and happiness. I signed up to a dating website today. Alice convinced me it was the best way to think about something other than Melissa. I'm not really sold. For starters, the website doesn't seem at all open to homosexual or bisexual people. No way to check profiles of your own gender. I had to create 2 accounts to explore different profiles. I really wonder if this was a good idea. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I have had it. I don't know how this day could have gone any worse. First, I learned via Teo that our parents have been lying to us for years, telling us that my cousin Eric joined a cult when he actually just got kicked out when his parents discovered he was gay. Trying to come out in this fucked up family is out of the question. The second terrible news of the day is that Alice is leaving Melrin. She just got in for a semester abroad at her dream university and she's leaving very soon. My one and only support in this shitty city is leaving. I can't even bring myself to be happy for it, though I know I should. In 2 days I'll be 18. I'm not a believer, but today I prayed for something. I just want somebody to tell me, don't mind the others, raise them all from your own. Don't keep anything for the present. Leave your boy wardrobe in park and do somewhere else. Yeah, fucking, I hope that's what happened. I hope that's everything that happened in this story. There, we just passed midnight. I've been 18 for 5 minutes now. I don't have to rely on my parents anymore. I'm an adult. I wish I could say a brave, independent adult person. Oh boy, okay, I'll read that in one moment. But it's more like a trans adult stuck in Melrin. It seriously seems like if I stay one more day in this town, I'll do something wrong. Alright. Oh, so, alright. Hey Ellis, I'm writing this from the computer room of the Cavonia LGBT Center. I just got there and I'm planning to rebuild my life there. It's a decision I kind of made on a whim, but I really couldn't stand my life in Melbourne. I was suffocating there. You were really my only support. So when you told me you were leaving Melbourne, I got so depressed. In truth, you're right. I attached too much importance to dates, and especially signs from and I was waiting for a sign, just something. And guess what? My birthday present was a motorbike. How could I not see it as a sign? Me looking for a way to leave? I said I was going for a ride, and I got away. I feel so relieved to be gone. I wanted to erase every trace of my old life where I couldn't recognize myself, so I threw away my phone without thinking. So, well, now I can't call you, that was dumb. I'll mail you my new number, promise. On the other hand, my phone wasn't locked and anyone could find it. That really bothers me. I don't want people searching it. Those are only traces of an old life, an old me I can't even recognize anymore. Hey Sam, I'm glad you were able to gather your courage and leave to rebuild your life. Even if I'll be very far from now, you can still count on me to be there when things go wrong. Don't worry about your phone. Most likely someone will find it, erase all the data, and keep the phone for themselves. After all, it's still an almost brand new phone. If it's someone with good intentions, they'll want to look around a bit and return it to its owner. And when they look around, I'm sure they'll understand the reasons you left and will decide to erase all your data to erase every trace of your escape. Alright. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Okay, that's the calculator. Browser, I did all of that.
Tell me that I gotta fight, but I never wanna like it, so why we gotta hide behind the game, behind the shame.
Well,
there is no famous,
it's the best thing to do. So yeah,
true is not fair when you try to get your last. We all fight the air without any repairs. I still stare. You are scared. But I kept my life, I kept my way, I kept everything, even if my mind is on its way. I see all the souls and all the moods turn to bad into good. I say yes, I'll go, go. When there is no skew there. No time to share. You gotta hold on and explain this sweet sensation. She's a lie when she smiles. You gotta look in the eyes. You like the way she cry, but you don't like the way she die. She try to supply all this like I bet you shy. We fly, we're so fine, it's right when you rely. All the seed and all the breathing, they are flooding in the sky. I don't tell you what you want, I just wanna see you smile. So I live the
this was really well good,
mind, but this is not
and
the
I'm
reason for us
really
to
glad
shine to
someone did it
breathe.
because
On the road, I
yeah.
don't get what I need, but I do not
there was. This game was educational, and well, I'm sure it's missed certain things, and it could have been. No, you know what? This game was really fucking good, and it's a great game for anyone who's just barely learning about the LGBT community, especially the T part of the community, and yeah. And the whole format of it was really good and interesting. And yeah, I really liked it. I'm really glad it exists. If you're someone who's trans or, you know, part of the queer community, know that you're not alone, that there's a lot of resources out there. It just unfortunately takes some digging. Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for sticking out through this video. I know it's a long one, but I really didn't want to cut it up into pieces because this really was the last chunk of the game, that last bit, figuring out why Sam left and how Sam left. And we know that Sam is now living somewhere else and is starting a new life, and it's going to be hard, but it's going to be better than where they were before. And maybe one day they can get in contact with their family and their family will be less of assholes, or maybe they'll drop them completely forever. I mean, everybody's life is different. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. Yeah. And if you know someone who might be going through something like this, or, you know, just needs to learn a bit about the trans community, send them a link to this game, or send them a link to this Let's Play, or send them a link to someone else's Let's Play. I don't care, but this game is great. Yeah. Alright. Thank you all. Bye!